Gotta move. Bird meat, and I just need the eggs. Glide in. Judging by these markers, that climbing trail Jekka talked about must be nearby. I should check up on her brother while I'm here. Not to let this stain my hands. Supposed to not look wounded. What happened?
Wallbreaker. If you've come to witness the March of the Ten, you're out of luck.
Actually, I came looking for someone.
Pento.
You're out of line, soldier.
What's he talking about?
Kid you're looking for is still up on the mountain. Pento was the only one who decided to break. His odds aren't good. As far as being Tanak goes, he's got...
So what? You're all just...
Couldn't find anyone in that storm. Those kids are at the mercy of the mountain.
We'll see about that. Why is everyone so sure?
Our people are soldiers. Pento has neither. Yet he decided to undergo our...
And you think he's...
I'm not a fan of that word. When I chose to wear a woman's armor, people called me crazy too. I guess Pento just feels like he has to prove himself. Show who he really is. But that climb is hard enough, even without a storm.
What is this march you mentioned?
This is one of the... It said that the Ten, our people partner up to earn in the Old One's footsteps. A flower that grows on the... until Pento, that is.
You mean no one wanted to climb?
I tried to stop him, but...
That sounds familiar.
They're a mistake.
Yep. I could try... You said there were climbers missing as well?
Just one. Zika!
Rocco and I, we were climbing back down. There was an avalanche. We got...
Someone's gotta go up there.
You can barely see your own...
Except I don't need to. I'll be back.
Are you wounded?
If the storm gets too rough, I can always use my focus to find those climbers. I should follow the markers. They'll lead me to the start. I bet a cook can do something with this. Markers. I'm on the right track.
You want some of this?
Sounds like someone's putting up a fight. That Knox needs help.
Whoever you are, thanks for the assist.
There.
Stranger, where are you going? Stranger, we can win this if we stick together! Stranger!
Hello.
Welcome back to the party.
You okay?
Not really, but I'll live.
Your climbing partner, she said you got separated during an avalanche?
My partner? Yeah. The avalanche caught us off guard. Swept me up like a twig. I was sure I was a goner. Then someone grabbed hold of me and pulled me out. It was Penta. He risked his life for me.
Did you see where he went?
Up that cliff behind you. Said he was gonna finish the climb. I told him it was suicide, but he wouldn't listen.
Can you make it back down on your own?
Yes. You're not going after him, are you?
Go. Get back to Wakata before the storm gets any worse.
May the Ten be with you.
I have to find Pento before he gets himself killed. I should use my focus to pick up Pento's trail. Those must be Pento's tracks. It looks like the avalanche destroyed most of the climbing path. I'll save this for a dyer. Pento made it past here. The path must have collapsed after him. Maybe I can glide across. I need to get past this trench. The missing soldier must have climbed up this way. I should be able to pick up Pento's tracks again.
Get out of my way!
Let's hope that's Pento. Help.
Who's there?
A friend!
Keep your aim steady, Pento.
I thought the climbing path fell apart behind.
Penta?
Do I know you?
Wakata sent me. We need to get off this mountain, now.
No. I'm not going back there as a failure. I am getting that flower no matter what.
Look, I know what it's like when your tribe looks down on you, but you—
Then you understand why I'm either gonna get to the top of this mountain or die on it. Thank you. What are you doing?
This climb is meant to be done by two people, right? I'll be your partner.
I'll follow your lead. Here, take this.
Looks like the trail carries
You
on
know
here.
my name, but I don't think I caught yours.
It's Aloy.
No? You sure you want to involve yourself with the Bulwark's biggest loser, Aloy?
I like to make my own judgments about people.
You know, it's not like everyone can be born with a sword glued to their hand, but apparently that's what it takes to be Tenakth. This is my one shot at proving everyone wrong. What was that?
I don't know.
Maybe it's just the wind.
It's a dead end.
There's a climbing spike left over from the original path. Not that it's of much use right now. Sorry. You're back. We still have to climb our way up the mountain. That was amazing!
Stay put.
I'll knock this tree down!
I'll just
It
wait
should let
here
us
for
reach
you.
the climbing path!
You won't hear me complaining. Don't know where that leads, but I'll wait till you're done. That's some climbing gear you've got.
Thanks. It's time to start climbing.
That doesn't sound like any storm wind I've ever heard.
Keep your eyes peeled. This is it.
I can't believe we actually made it.
Let's get to that summit then.
What we need.
We can handle it. Come on.
Come on! This way, Aloy!
Wait up! Oh, the snow's dampening sounds.
This is it.
Storm. It's easing up. So, how does it feel to make rank?
Pretty great, actually. This means everything to me.
You know, even if you go back with that, it doesn't mean they'll treat you any different.
Honestly, I think I just need to prove to myself I could do this. You should go back. Let the others know I'm okay. I'd like to take a moment, if you don't mind. I'll be right behind you.
Of course.
Thank you.
I can probably reach the bottom of the trail faster if I use my shield wing. And get a nice view, too. Everything looks so peaceful now that the storm has passed. This easy? I should be reaching the bottom of the trail soon. Pinto can't be far behind. There's everyone.
Aloy!
She's back!
Aloy, you return alone.
Where is he?
He's my brother.
You can't go crying like that, Jekka. You're the sister of a proper soldier now.
Bento!
Ow! I bring you the blood crest as proof of my march.
And with my blessing, you join our ranks. May you find your path on the wings of the Ten.
You've got to be kidding me! Him? A soldier? Please. Flower or no flower, we all know all he'll ever be good for is cleaning everyone's shit.
I think we're done here.
Better put some snow on that, or it'll bruise. Thanks for saving my life. Maybe when I get my own soldier's mark, we can fight in the same squad. Give me a chance to return the favor.
He's cute.
Go on. I'll catch up. Here. Something to commemorate our climb. May the Ten always grant you victory, Aloy.
I'll see you around, Pinto.
I see you, champion. Sit, please. I spotted a group of Osram salvagers wandering the edge of the desert, near the southwestern border. I'd report it, but I don't think they'll last long. If the machines down there don't get them, the storms will.
Oh, that's kind of you. Sounds like those Osram could use a hand. I'll keep an eye out for them if I'm down there.
Like this? Oh, you're not waving a hammer around, Aaron. Try a gentler touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha! They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy!
Aaron, you're all better. And you're here.
Varl said you might need some help after all. Doing, complicated things.
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Is it me, or did the old ones just look fun?
Funny how?
Hey.
Hey.
A nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. There's a lot to take in. But, don't worry. There's nothing I can't handle.
Right. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things. Thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to...
Yeah, you and me both. How are you settling in?
Yeah, Varl's been helping me get... I don't know who makes him more nervous, that...
Well, what about the Vanguard?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind...
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be blood...
You shouldn't believe...
Yeah.
So, Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. Only Carja I've ever met.
I should get going.
I just keep practicing.
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need. Looks like the old ones used their focuses to send...
Train the
Looks
body.
like this room's changed.
Train the mind. Aloy.
It's good to see you. I'm guessing you've got a lot of questions?
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the... vision you keep in this place. Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then. What are you looking at over there?
The others have been helping me decipher the symbols the focus shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines? That answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power.
Now that you...
I'll admit, I find them vulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to...
What do you think of our squad?
They seem eager to fight. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
She seemed pretty effective when she took out the machines that were guarding this base.
Interesting. Perhaps I am mistaken.
You said the bulwark was your...
Yes.
That's all you're gonna tell me?
Fine. As you wish. My parents were killed as I grew older, I came to be known as Tekote. Took a special... I fought by his side against and led my squad on a dangerous climb into the Daunt. It was I who opened the gates at Barren Light from the east.
That must have gotten you some attention.
Indeed. I was welcomed home as a hero.
Then why'd you leave?
I became a marshal.
When we were at the bulwark, Hikaru also mentioned it. What does it mean?
The visions tell us that the 10 flew on great end. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate and it is why the challengers leap into the... Many times I am met the feeling of freedom.
Why did you leave this?
I was sent to the Kulrut, but back then I would have obeyed his every order. I was too blind to see the fear in his fear of a rising young warrior challenging his command of the clan. I returned a hero from the battle. Never occurred to him that...
Why did Tekote think...
Tekote knew that if I survived, I'd be forced to forsake... I'd never be allowed to challenge his command. After our victory at said it would be selfish to... Even though he knew perfectly well, it was exile. Guised as an honor. So I became a marshal.
I'm sorry you...
I am not.
What did Chief Hikaru say when you told...
You spilt rebel blood at the Grove. There was little more to be said.
Well, I'm honored.
Indeed.
I should go. Feel free to check in on...
I will. May the 10 walk with you.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the... With the focuses you gave, you know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your...
Got it. How's,
You know we really are training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. You guys reading something over?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back. It's hard to imagine that without the knowledge from Apollo to guide...
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how the world must have seen...
Not to mention terrifying.
And they became an entire tribe.
Looks like I was wrong. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius.
And we saw how they lied about Create. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, a tribe settling amongst the...
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus.
Let's hope that's enough.
I wanted to pay my respect. Told him I'd never seen anyone. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second, I thought I was talking. Never thought of Tanakh than a Nora war.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Ahmad is.
Whatever it was, she didn't...
Must be quite a story.
I guess she'll tell us. How's everyone?
And we all have our difficult moments. Arendt definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their boast.
Think you can hold?
If Air, we'll be fine.
Varl looks happy about his...
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong?
I thought about it. The chorus, if they knew what we did, even if they understood this, no.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put... She helped me decipher some... It's not easy, but...
That's good to hear. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place so we could regain control of our lands with... Nurture them like the land gods do. It does strike me as odd that
Did Gaia tell you anything?
She did. To think that there are places... It is... and heartbreaking.
Sounds like you...
Yes. The Karja 100, but Varl tells me that...
Yeah. You've spoken with...
A few words. You must have made...
So you've been...
Yes. Including their demise. I was... past, but...
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. In this case, a very loud friend.
So, how does it...
By holding them off. But Plainsong's dishes, in the end, the Utaru promised to provide the in exchange, the Tanakh. This custom was abandoned.
I believe I've met... I've been meaning to ask. You didn't seem...
That's what happens when you're the one who taught... When the Karja invaded the Utaru, they burned our fields.
To be sacrificed in the...
I was helping the healers back then. The chorus was divided in how to face... Others believed the dishes would keep... And while they bickered...
It couldn't have been easy.
I come from a small village. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice, but the injured kept pouring into play. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding part. I rushed there with the healers to help the smell of burning flesh.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point. I was denied.
You said you set out to...
I did. News of my before I knew it. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja army. We ambushed smaller raiding parties.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned.
Enough that the Tanakh took notice. We chased the enemy all the way to Bar...
You said you were at Barren Light with...
Tanakh marshals climbed the cliff. Before we knew it, the gates were open. What happened next was, when all the dust and blood our enemies defeated, I went back to Plainsong.
Is that when you became...
I thought soothing. Then you came along. I could either...
I'm glad you chose... Right.
I shall return.
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost. No good. Door's locked until Gaia can restore access. My old spear. Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. This is the rite of passage that Bashav gave me at the embassy. I liked him. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. Huh. Looks like someone's rearranged stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe. Elizabeth put all of her faith in Gaia. And Gaia put all of her faith in me. If I can do it all, recover the subfunctions, defeat For Zenith, heal the world, I'd like to think Elizabeth would be proud.
I just think she talks.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the subfunctions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Aletheia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old-world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Aletheia send a coded...
I believe it was done, or at least to... I am also uncertain, and respond to it as far as it is aware.
Okay, so... Or someone else is trying to get us to go to these...
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So... maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond, and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, if they intended to provoke me into... I would expect the communication to...
Right. Could the Zenith...
According to the data, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia. It is feasible. Possibly. If they... I would expect...
Right. You said...
I have no record of it.
Okay. And what about the other number in the mess?
I have queried my available data. Perhaps its meaning can...
You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of any.
Okay, and what about the...
I have queried my available. Perhaps it...
All right. I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
The weapons of the old ones were... powerful indeed. Much. War remains the same.
It'll be nice to stretch my legs. Could be cooped up in here.
There she is.
You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3... this distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
takes the keg.
Burrow, see if there's anything over there.
On it.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith. Well, there are obviously more zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of
Catching
them.
snowflakes on my last... Almost didn't make it. Whatever the rebels did, it took down our shield. But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
What? It looks like she can make it come and go at will.
What do you have for me?
But it's gone now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset.
Well, go do your
Can
thing.
we call off this pointless
I'll wait
search
here.
already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is. Our weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off. An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right. I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
All right, she who sees the unseen. What did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up. All so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing that you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl. That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called... the asset. I don't know what it is. But my guess is it's somewhere down there.
Alright, so we head down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go. There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup with Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the Proving Lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe. Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console. This was a Far Zenith research lab. Looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eleuthea's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably. But then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility. This place
What were they
keeps
for?
on going. Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Yeah. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this? Really?
Well... yes. Focus. It's a lot. But when I caught... to him in the dawn and said you needed our help, everything had turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure. A control console to access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
$236 containers in storage. Please enter the container number.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed, or this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's
still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh shit, they can fly? Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
2 of those Spectre things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl on the clone. Here it comes! I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots. That thing's quick. ugly one, aren't you? There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
The second you need me, I'm there.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it. Shields down! It's on the move!
Got your back, Aloy. Aloy, can you hit this thing with acid? Aloy, get out of there! Pick it up. Need it. You need some ammo? Hit it again!
she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon. If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all. The world always seems quieter when it snows. No. Damn it. Well, it's better than nothing. I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone, too. Errand? You okay?
Huh? Oh, I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
Right, there's two of you now! At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to... That reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things.
What are you working on?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
Did you speak?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better. No use.
I have to get going.
Don't go caught.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah.
You mean, but isn't guess this
little?
Varl said
maybe. What else have you been up?
I've been studying. I wanted to understand why. Imagine my surprise when I looked and found out it helped in a way.
That's why we have to make Gaia. Learn anything in...
There's been much to read up on. It's hard to imagine that machines like Storm... I used to be terrified of them but everything Gaia creates...
Yeah. You said you met...
Varl mentioned she was...
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't... She looks like she's barely...
I need to get...
May the land...
Oh, looks like I can open that door now.
Aloy! Glad you made it back. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury?
Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome.
I don't understand.
Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant.
Is there anything that can help?
Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work.
Yeah.
Booting up.
So, Aloy, I suppose you want information. About you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you? Does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over. So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on... But why? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so... Then they can redesign it to be mass extinction for their own comfort? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced... That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant, that they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth. For their own... So you know about the It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well... surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric. He's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab. He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zeniths set up a base here on Earth. Where is it? Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space, other survivors of the colony. You said the Zenith's colony in this... All I was ever told was that a natural... I've speculated that it was an extra... or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius. Guess they survived old age, too. How did you escape? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get it, even if I were to run. Like, then I saw you. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location... You said you saw an opportunity to escape whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed. But Baina's dead? How did they bypass her? I'm looking into it. Well, when it was time to use this, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Luthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done. You said you were born on the way to Earth. The Zeniths had an ectogenic... They must have used a stored... I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. That wasn't part of the archive I was... You said you spent years, but only the parts I was permitted to... Aristotle and Aspasia. The avatars. Wait, those names. They were designed to be... The Zeniths have a copy. So it still exists. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. To have all that knowledge... Just... Alright, so how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths? How did you know? Optimal strategy, so? Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus. What? You don't have Hephaestus already? Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not! You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die. Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help? I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry. Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet, and...
Hey, you and Eric...
Nothing some rest are...
Just...
Fair enough.
It's good to see...
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift. And to thank her for help. Something from the old... Instead, I found out they gave... If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with... anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find... How's...
I tried explaining what a... Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That...
I see everyone settled.
Zoe's plan says a home should always... I asked Aaron to help find some.
Still, it's not... I should get back.
I'll keep an eye...
Okay.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment. I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zenith got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more subfunctions to get. Gaia? What is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them, use it to reconnect them, and restore the display. Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy.
What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows for...
So once I bring it...
While permanent restoration requires the ability... However, a word of warning. Like Ether and Poseidon, alone and frightened, it...
Okay. You mentioned that the superstorm...
Yes. Thanks to...
That'll be a relief.
I will continue to...
The missing subordinate...
Artemis rewound. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and Apollo organizing it. Unfortunately... Understandable. He appears...
All 3 or were. Do you still...
Restoring them, empowering. Unfortunate. Attaining them in the...
I guess our best shot at... But we'll need Hephaestus.
Correct.
So...
Poseidon control... Once it is... But I must warn you.
I'll be careful. So once you'll regain the capacity...
Yes.
So you could build an...
It is in my nature to human life. So yes, I could given the nature, I must admit, no matter how... Indeed.
Why did Ether take...
As with the other subordinate one in the museum appeared...
So Ether was...
Correct.
Maybe it also... Beta...
Further supporting...
But why? And if they're the same people who left...
It is likely they adjusted to... They may be trying to...
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. How did you figure...
The key came from Cylon's interrogation of hate.
That doesn't make sense. Why would the signal keep...
Because the sender did...
Which would take another 8 points.
Correct. Only... So the duration... With that in mind, I simply scanned my... Because it was far... Sirius was the only...
So this physically...
From what we know, and engineers were in exchange for given enough time.
Like how Minerva...
Exactly.
The Zenith. Do you know...
Unfortunately, no. Additionally, only one.
Right.
What we can conclude is that the Zeniths are to protect life.
The extinction signal didn't... It made every...
I have wondered. So far as I... And the partial sentient.
A signal that... How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your phone, it appears Farzine...
Hank Shaw. But...
Yes. Despite his failure.
So from what... I guess we can...
Yes. They appear to make... Further, they seem to be equipped with energy field that...
They seemed indestructible, but...
Throughout every defensive technology has a... While we lack... Were I to no shielding could...
So there's hope.
Always.
So... She's...
What were you...
I don't know. And...
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth emboldened...
I guess so.
Give her time.
How's Katal?
I have detected that the loss of his... In an effort to remedy this, I believe he will want to...
A solution? How are things around?
Zoe has been studied in an effort to without the ability. However, Zoe...
Well, keep it... Varl and Zoe?
Indeed. Zoe discovered references to adopt. She appreciated the similarities with Uta and encouraged Varl.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to...
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So the Hades... It used to be a fair...
Yes, it appeared...
I guess it wasn't... So this facility...
For the low... Had human... They would have then... As that now...
Until Minerva does... I'll be on my way.
I wish...
It's a little loud, Aaron.
I know. It makes you want to punch something. More like someone.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land god.
You said you...
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll... Gaia gave me a set of If we deliver it to the land...
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the... Unless the code is given by... Gaia showed me a way. We need components called control cores. From machines similar.
You mean Grimhorns?
Yes.
So...
If all goes well...
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy.
I'll let you...
Good. Aloy. There are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself. Where have I seen this before?
Where'd Katalo go? Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy.
Funny how. Yeah, they're closed.
Oh, looks like I can open that door now. Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for Control Center operatives. I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
A useful warm-up.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman...
It's hard to explain.
Good.
Maybe. You said you were
That's right. I've been watching. They are faster and more How many do the Zeniths have? I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there. I heard my friend...
Briefly, she'll be lucky if my people...
She'll be careful.
Whoever it is.
Getting ether out of the grove.
One that showed the entire... For it is now blessed.
Have you had a chance?
Briefly. Are all Nora escaped?
I'm not exactly one of them.
I thought my tribe was the only one.
I need to go.
On your way.
It's pretty weird talking to Beta, seeing someone who looks like me, even though it seems like she doesn't act anything like me, or Elizabeth for that matter.
I wonder what it's like.
Hi. What do you want to know?
I'll...
Okay.
Door's locked. Maybe Gaia will be able to get it open later. Falling gently.
I see you, champion. A few days ago, I came across a massive bloom of flowers east of the grove. Old Dorica was out there, too. I offered to escort her back to Scalding's Spear, but she refused. She's an accomplished soldier, to be sure. But her spear isn't as sharp as it used to be, if you get my meaning.
If I'm out there, I'll keep an eye out for her.
I've got nothing to report.
This chance to trade.
Keep your eyes open out there, soldier.